DC Steel, The Forging of a Hero, Black Superman. It says it's Black Superman in the book. That's not something I came up with. It features the comic book number 22, The Reign of Superman. The Reign of Superman, then Steel 1, and then Steel 2 and 3, and then Steel 4 and 5, 8 and 0. 8 and 0. I actually enjoyed this very much. I don't think they will be able to make this movie today because it is incredibly racist and stereotypical. It's written by two people. The two people that wrote it or came up with it is Lois Simonson and John Bogdanov. John Bogdanov writes the first few, and then Lois Simonson continues this series. I actually enjoyed this very much. I wouldn't say it's the greatest comic book in the world, but it is like a 6.5 out of 10, which is pretty enjoyable. Incredible. It has a crap ton of dialogue, but that is how Superman is. Even the Superman comic books have a lot of dialogue, so lots of dialogue is a Superman thing. Lots of nice, interesting pictures. In the first few, let me tell you the origin of Steel. This black man was a construction worker, and he was saved by Superman. And when Superman was getting killed by Doomsday, he was trying to save Superman's life. So after Superman has died, he took over the gauntlet and he became Superman. But he ends up in the first few comic books fighting off gangs and this government agency called Ameritech, which makes these insane guns that blow people in half. There's a lot of black gang violence in this movie, and there are black people getting blown up in half, charred up. Just the first page was insane. This right here. This is the first page. Some rival gang shoots this guy. Look how huge that bullet is. It rips this dude in half and then fries him. And this is all approved by the Comics Code in the 90s, which I think is pretty funny. There's the Man of Steel. There's a lot of really cool pictures in this. It is a very strong story. Superman is he is Superman, but he likes to be called Steel. He's trying to keep his family together, but family is getting torn apart by Ameritech, which creates these military weapons, gives the weapons to the black kids on the streets, and they end up killing each other, and his family members get mixed in with gangs, and this thing called TARs. He also fights these tar heads, which is basically like crackheads or Banes. I like to call them Banes. When you take the tar, it turns you into a Bane, like a person, like a Hulk. Even though this is a DC, it turns you like into a Bane, and you he basically fights those tar people, and it's pretty entertaining but very wordy. um I would say it's a really good comic book. Probably not one that people are going to be talking about. Towards around the seventh, about the eighth um comic book, he moves away from fighting black kids and gangs and Ameritech, and he starts to fight these actual superheroes, or not superheroes, but super villains. So he actually gets to fight super villains towards the end, and some of the designs are pretty damn cool. So I would say definitely worth taking a look at it. Um, I definitely would want to read more of this. It is drawn very nicely. It looks cool. And it's only getting better and more interesting. Fights a lot of females, ironically. They look like that. That's a villain. So it's pretty cool. Look at that. Some of the art is very good. Probably something they glazed through. I'm not sure if Shaquille O'Neal made a movie about Steel of this Superman. So I'm gonna have to look for that, and if I can find that, I want to see that movie. Because I think Shaquille O'Neal actually watched it. So I would definitely recommend this, but don't go paying an outrageous amount of money for it. I think I bought this for like $1 at the swap meet, so it was a bargain. I wouldn't pay more than $5 for this entire trade paperback. It's the thick boy, so it is a first edition. But it's not in the best condition. It came out in 1997, so that's almost 30 years. You could buy the singles for Steel and Man of Steel, or you could just get the trade paperback if you want to read it. It's pretty interesting, but it's very racist, very black stereotypical. There's some crazy scenes, like this one where this girl's kissing him. That's his freaking his niece. Look at that. Who does that to a niece? And the people speak like retards. Like they don't. They're like, hey unc, how you doing? How you're on it? Like it literally sounds like that. Like that's to show you East Streeters that as long as this bus station is on Central's turf, your mama don't ride in the front or the back. My God, Toaster Masters. Like he said, look and fly yourself, Nat. It says, welcome home, Uncle Hunk. Be cool, girl. I'm supposed to be dead, remember? He's like, try to be a little inconspicuous, will you? Uncle Hunk, you couldn't be inconspicuous to save your life. So it just has a weird. The first few of them are very racist, and a lot of black killings in it. So, but it is a good story. So I would say 6.5 out of 10. Definitely recommend it. If it's in your vicinity, check it out, man. I like the art. The art is pretty good. Superman does come back to life. I don't know why they couldn't keep him dead, so but I'm curious to see how far Steel went.